Y'all don't gotta be ready to smoke just cause I'm ready. We could just be normal. We could talk and listen to music first if y'all want to. We started the podcast late, so I'll probably be live until about at least 6:30. I might try to stay open till 8 or 9. I don't know yet. Because let me tell you why. My podcast minimum is supposed to be 1 to 3 hours. Live streaming internet personality and shit can go up to 5 to 8 hours and beyond. I have a couple apps where you're allowed to sleep on the app and a couple where there is no time limit. And the 8 hours of sleep plus 8 hours of work can count for a 16-hour day. It's just weird. It just depends on the flow of business. It just depends on how much shit I have to do today. It really just depends. I don't know, but I'm already hot and I really want to take my sweater off. But I cannot because underneath here I have on like a waist trainer shorts thing and a black bra that is not nude and doesn't show a whole bunch of shit except a deep cleavage. It doesn't show nipples, doesn't show side boob, just shows a big chest part of my tattoos. And I can't wear that because they will ban me for nudity. Even though I'm clearly not naked, the garments are black and contrast very deeply against my pale Asian skin. So I really want to take this sweater off, but I can't, so I'm going to do the next best thing, which is turn on the fan and roll my sleeves up. I could actually put on a tank top, but I'm not going to do that either. So without further ado, y'all, 5:48 a.m. here on the West Coast, 1 hour, 28 minutes, excuse me, 1.5 hours past 4:20 here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show. If you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, or a sandwich, or fired up a square, now's the time to do so. We're about to play the intro to the show and get into the news. Y'all, welcome to the Cherry Franklin Show.
Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, put them up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. Yeah, she on me, we on go. I want the bag, give me the cash. Go. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Y'all niggas be quicker. My life is back in this the whole team of mission. Jet white nigga don't bring me. Whatever the fuck nigga, it's like a legend, just like a gremlin. We got some business, what's in the air. We do not have so we on the left, we smoking right. So you need a test, let's go. It's evening. It's the best time for the season. Your own joint, no leeching. I can put the man try to beat it. I'ma get mine on greedy. Some said she want me to eat it. I told her I'm vegan. Hey, shopping on super spray. I got the Mary J. That be my favorite. You can add me to the race. Put on the gas, get out the way. You coming last, you a disgrace. Go with my stash, I be where you stay. When I get mad, I roll up the pace. Yeah, going on base. Hey, put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at.
What?
Eyes on low, put them up there.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke in the air. We on the gas, she on the mid. We on go. I want the bag, give me the cash. I want the low. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up the sticker. Everywhere I'm at, smoke it in the air.
Go in the car, the room, it goes down. They kinda don't move, smoke come out. 2 all night, yeah,
That's my crap. Blunt rotations, that's my crap. You gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but you do it in the valley. Keep on wax on leaf on tap. I'll turn the team up pep rally. White, then they call me Cherry. I had grapes with it in a blueberry. Mr. J, I'm coming with the Mary. This, that thing, no air pack, spare me. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Puff up, ass, then pass, I'll pass you. That's just facts, no cat, boo. I put it on wax with a pack, boo. It's written on me like a big circle, like a, like,
but I put it in the bag too.
like,
But I put it in the bag too.
don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the Loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece, it go to me. Quit acting brand new like a groupie. It just put it in the air. Put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at. Eyes all over what I'm up there. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, yo, put the grants over there to say, you know what I'm saying? With the spit these Jacksons, the Washingtons go to white, you know how that go.
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right?
Clothes, bankrolls, and hoes. Y'all, I wish Facebook and YouTube could have heard some of the parts of the speeches we had earlier when we was talking about my relationship problems. We said a couple important things. But what I would like for y'all to take away from that, or what I would like for y'all to soak up or remember from that, was men invalidating women's problems and hardships, but you steadily calling women bitches and hoes all the time. And you invalidate us like we don't have nothing to stress about and nothing wrong with us, as if y'all don't call us bitches and hoes first and foremost. First and foremost, y'all call us bitches and hoes. Then when we need something, we broke ass bum ass bitches. Then when we ask you for something, we motherfucking gold digging ass bitches and hoes. And when we don't have nothing, we didn't try. We should have said something. Y'all cannot invalidate the hardships of a woman, but yet you fucking calling them bitches and hoes out your mouth every other song. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cannot act like women don't gotta go through shit and women is not going through shit. Y'all just can't be acting like I have a friend who's very take your life into your own hands type shit. Like, my life been in my own hands. Bitch, I've been out my mama house since before I was 15 years old. I was in my own crib by age 16, in my own, out of that crib and relationship and into an apartment by age 17. I have been working in this country since I was 14 years old. I have always had a job and a hustle and skills and talent in music and a way to make money in music. What I have never had was an honest business partner or platonic relationship that uplifted and supported and held their own and did their fucking part in the equation to add up and multiply into a successful business. In almost 20 years, I have been working in this country on paper, paying taxes out of my income. Almost 20 years. Next year will be 20 years. If y'all know women that have been abused, that are being controlled, that are in negative situations, it is your personal responsibility to be intelligent enough to not make that shit worse or leave that bitch alone. Don't make shit worse for women. Then if that woman is asking for help and other resources that pose no threat to you whatsoever, the right thing to do would be to inform that woman of other resources of which she is lacking. Not some shit she already has. Not some shit she already doing or been trying to do. Not some shit she's struggling to try to do. Y'all gotta stop treating women like they don't have a purpose. Like they don't have a definite end result or outcome in mind that they may or may not have already been investing in and sacrificing and looking forward to before somebody else tries to tell her something else that's not going to help her situation at all. I understand motherfuckers do not want me to kill myself. I understand that. Nobody wants to hear no depressing ass shit like, oh, a struggling musician woman killed herself because she was so depressed that nobody would help her. I understand that. Not asking for just help though. I'm asking for respectable, dependable, platonic, and professional business relationships or partnerships. Not asking for help. I'm asking for the respect. I'm asking for the acknowledgement versus the invalidation and the shrug off. I'm asking for the understanding instead of the ignorance. I'm asking for real results instead of blind hope and blind faith. And passive aggressive, leaving me to die and hoping for the best. Wishing I would get trafficked into another situation that is still not the goals that I've been working towards. As a woman, as a minority woman, as an independent business owner, as a lower working class American, as a tax-paying American. I'm also an award winner. Y'all know that? I'm not about to let somebody keep belittling me and trying to paint me out to be the not smart enough, not rich enough, not professional enough, not serious enough, not worked hard enough and made enough music and projects enough type of bitch that these motherfuckers really wish I was in their fucking mind so I wouldn't be a real factor in this music game. Your insecurity is not my responsibility to entertain or prove right. That you wish I wasn't great. Hold on, y'all. Somebody just joined from Tag that don't know where we are. Yeah. This is a podcast live stream where we talk about emotional and relationship problems, independent business and finance, and struggles in commerce for lower working class minorities and independent business owners, as well as the government, the news, music, and weed. We talk about all of that here on the show. It's called The Cherry Franklin Show. My name is Mrs. Cherry Franklin. I'm the hostess. Welcome to the show. Now that you know what the show is about, please roll a blunt, make a drink, a cup of coffee, a sandwich, 5 per square, sit down, stay a while. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about mental health, civil rights, independent business and economy, networking and empowerment, or even music and entertainment news, you can leave it in the comments. You can even call in sometimes when you feel like it and see how I'm doing and tell me your news updates of what you might be going through in the quarantine with your job, with unemployment, waiting on stimulus checks, child tax credits, Some people used to call and say, my baby mama filed my kids, so she got all the stimulus checks and the child tax credits. I'm not seeing none of the money. And we wouldn't even know that only one parent was allowed to get the funding for these kids if nobody told us. We wouldn't know. Or somebody tell me Social Security or child support took my income tax or my stimulus check, and we wouldn't know that child support had that kind of authority if nobody came and told us. You know what I'm saying? So it is good sometimes that y'all come over here and comment as well. Really quickly, for those of you who's just joining in too, you can follow us on all social media at Cherry Franklin Show or at The Cherry Franklin Show. We are on Tagged, we are on Tango, we are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Ustream, OnlyFans, okay? You can type in at Mrs. Cherry or at Cherry Franklin Show, and we should pop up, and you'll be able to subscribe and even replay some of these videos and podcasts that we do here live. Not all of them, though. Most of them where I say a whole bunch of foul shit and like violent shit or suicidal shit, emotional, mental health shit, and venting and emotional venting and things like that. We don't repost those because we don't want people to take that as a standing threat while we're expressing emotions and opinions here. So we don't post all of them, but we post most of them. There's over 300 episodes on my YouTube page right now. They're not all available to the public, but there was close to 375 before I started deleting some. So a lot of them do get reposted, and then we take screenshots of these podcasts, especially when we say or do something funny or meaningful, or you guys are very talkative, then I'll screenshot you guys. Or if you have something to promote, a song, a business, a movie, anything, a video, a degree, an educational program, someplace that's hiring, if you have another community funding, if you have any information or anything to promote, we will also screenshot and repost it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, even also Twitter. And we do also advertise for businesses, artists, and companies. It's real easy. $10 get you in the text description. $20 and up will get you a video, promotional video. $50 and $100 will get you a full-blown interview with an article typed out in the description to get reposted on the internet, like a commercial, like an E True Hollywood special. So what was your inspiration when you started this business? Like, really though. We do all of that. Some things don't get reposted because they have to be edited real bad. And I don't have adequate editing software to make tight videos really, really fast. All my shit runs hella slow. It's behind schedule. It's behind high-speed internet. You know what I'm saying? Everything's fucked up right now. This is what happens when you allow other people in your business to advise you on saving money, when you know good and goddamn well you need to pay top dollar to make sure you can sue the fuck out of somebody if something goes wrong. You heard me correctly. Let me stop and say that again. Other motherfuckers will try to ask you to get used raggedy shit and act like they trying to save you money, but really they trying to help somebody come up off their raggedy shit. When you know damn well you need to spend top dollar to get something brand new in your name or something official so you can sue the fuck out of somebody if something should happen to you and make shit go wrong and waste your time and fuck up your money. Let me say that again. Do not take shortcuts. Get your own shit in your name so you can sue the fuck out of somebody when that shit fucks up. Don't take shortcuts, honey. Don't do that. Do not do that. What else? I believe we have stimulus checks. Yeah, we're going to take a quick break from the ranting and raving, and we're going to talk about the 4th stimulus check. We're also about to fire up now because it seemed like y'all was not ready to smoke when we first started the podcast. But, bitch, I'm ready to smoke. We almost 20 minutes into this podcast. And I'm ready to smoke. So we're going to see what they have to say about the stimulus and go ahead and fire up a blunt. Y'all make sure you let me know what is you smoking, what flavors are popular in your area, what is brand spanking new, and what is the best of the best of the best. Sir, with honors, I got the ugliest package I ever seen in my life. I'm just kidding. This logo is a little scary, but it's kind of tight, scary. Looks like a shepherd holding a wine sack from back in the days before they had shoes, because he doesn't have shoes on. So, the name of this weed is GMO. It's a pure indica. The THC is 22.5%. The cannabinoids, active cannabinoids, is 23.88%, almost 24%. CBD is looking like 0.155%, a little 15-ish. 0.15 to 1. Meaning whatever weight this is, 0.155 of it is CBD. Anyways, not going to keep getting into this. If y'all don't know that part, y'all shouldn't be worried about the numbers anyways. This one and the other poop up one that I bought popped up. These are the cheapest ones that popped up on the dispensary list for pain reliever. I believe it was pain relief. I look for high energizing and pain relief. And this is what we got. We got GMO indica, 22.58 THC, 23, almost 24 cannabinoids, and 0.155 CBD. This other one that we're not smoking yet, Mendocino County. Hey, where cannabis was born. Excuse you? You better, I believe Humboldt County, Calaveras County, a couple other places, San Francisco, a couple other places would beg to differ. And what else? This is Henry's Original. Okay, the name of this weed is Sour Dub. It is a sativa. So y'all know sativa is supposed to be a head high. Indica is supposed to be a body high. Supposedly. I don't know. I don't even know if that's valid. I could have even said that backwards because I wouldn't give a fuck. I need my muscles relaxed, my circulation flowing, and my hormones producing endorphins that will make me happy and control my anger and my stress, which causes me muscle pain. So, really quickly, the name of this other weed that we're going to get into later is called Sour Dub. It is a sativa at 22.3% THC. CBD is at 0.20%. This is 0.045 more than the last one. But the THC content is still about the same. And I haven't even looked at this weed to see what it looks like. Let me see if I can even see it. Oh, I can. It's see-through. Oh, it looks like it's pretty big buds, y'all. This is not bad-looking weed at all. Yes, honey. Yes. I'm looking forward to this dosage. We will keep this in the jar. There's no paper seal on it, so they could have tampered with it and laced it with fentanyl or crystal meth or cocaine or whatever, crack cocaine, bitch, and I wouldn't even know. So I'm going to leave that in the package and hope that they didn't. We also got some gummies because I bought a whole box of Swisher Sweets, which you can see over my shoulder, over here by this teddy bear, this little dark over here, right here. Square right here is a whole box of Swisher Sweets. So they gave me Delta 8 hemp extract, 50 milligrams, and 2 blues raspberry gummies. Or whatever. What else? I got wedding cake, a strand of wedding cake here, 36.2 cannabinoids, active cannabinoids. 36.2% active cannabinoids. THC is at a whopping 30.3%. And CBD is at 0.06%, mighty low. CBD is what they have in the oils that they drop under people's tongues who have Parkinson's, diseases where they shake and cannot hold a spoon, or their hands will not stop shaking. And those that cannot eat or don't develop an appetite, it helps them develop their appetite so they can swallow and feed themselves. This other one is Kush Mountains. Total active cannabinoids is 34.5%. This is a pure indica. THC content is at 29.7%, whopping almost 30% as well. CBD is just a little bit higher at 0.07. Which all in all makes for a good steal. Spending about $100. $100 basically, not really that good, except for the fact that I have 4 different flavors here. Plus some gummies, plus a whole box, 30 packs of Swishers, supposedly. I don't believe it's 30 packs in there. And if these motherfuckers just charge me $30 or $32 for a box of Swishers, guess who's coming back to their store if there is not 30 in here? And raising hell. That would be me. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's find the blends. I see a blend. I licked it and there was like a spit bubble on the bottom. But the last thing I ate was probably like soda. I want to say I ate a piece of candy, but I'm not sure if I did or not. So let's get into this smoke session, y'all. 6:11 a.m., almost 2 hours. Oh no, excuse me. 6:14 a.m. Quickly approaching almost 2 hours past 4:20 here on the West Coast. Wake and bake, y'all. We about to listen to the 4th stimulus check update, the types of money that they're talking about spending in the White House for our economy. We are listening to Steve this morning. We are subscribed to him.
Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say the next stimulus.
Wait. We are already subscribed to him, which is why I do not know why we're on this profile, because I noticed this profile that we're on right this second is not subscribed to this man's channel. Biatch, that is not okay. Hold on just a moment while we get switched over to the right account and profile. Cannot believe this shit. My internet been fucking up. I don't know if I just need to shut off my laptop for a little while and restart it, or just buy a completely new laptop that does audio and visual on the same laptop. But I really don't want one laptop for 2 items, because videos, if y'all know, take an updated VGA card, and video files take up the most space on any hard drive, whether it's in a laptop or a fucking thumb drive. It's the most. They just simply be doing the most.
Advertising on Google without ad protection, you have to try ClickSeed.
Let me grab my stash. What's in my stash? What's in my stash? If it's all the way over there and my weed is right here, what could be in my stash? Good music.
Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer say that the stimulus package will become the big focus once they are able to pass the temporary debt ceiling bill later today. $480 billion in new debt will be created to keep the U.S. federal government running for less than 2 months. Biden gets a big win on taxing businesses all around the world. All of this and more in today's update. Hello and welcome to today's October 12th Daily News Report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now so I can keep updated on what's going on in Washington, D.C., this next stimulus package, the debt ceiling situation, the U.S. economy, money investing, and much, much more. All right, now, this is your daily reminder to go enter your name and email using the link below to be one of the winners of the $10,000 in cash prizes that Casey and I are giving away. You can sign up each and every day, and it only takes about 20 seconds. I'll make sure to leave a link below. By the way, thank you guys so much for giving these videos a like. It takes lots and lots of time to research, film, and edit these videos. So when you give a like, lets me know that you appreciate the work that I do. So thank you so much. All right, now later today,
Amen.
Speaker Pelosi will call for a vote on the new debt ceiling bill for funding the government through the first week of December of this year. The bill will create $480 billion of new debt, which the federal government can then use to keep money flowing and jobs going. Although this is very good news, and it means debts will be paid, Social Security checks going out, Social Security benefit checks, SSI, SSDI, all of that, military funding, etc. The real fight over the debt ceiling situation is really just kicking the can down the road. And the real can is in December, and it's a behemoth monster of a debt situation. Most analysts and economists believe the big fight will begin in December between the Democrats and Republicans. However, Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said he expects no fight because he's already made it abundantly clear that Republicans will not participate in the vote. And Democrats need to fund the federal government using the budget reconciliation process. So he's officially put Democrats on notice not to count on Republicans. In a letter to her colleagues, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the debt ceiling situation vote is the most important matter on the table right now. And all Democrats need to align with accomplishing the goal of passing this bill. She then said regarding Biden's transformative $3.5 trillion stimulus package, that as soon as the debt ceiling situation is handled, it will again become the most important focus of the Democrats. She said it is essential difficult decisions be made very soon. Now, these difficult decisions she's referencing likely have to do with social safety net programs in current existence that need attention, and how much money should be sent to keep them strong and going. Things like food stamps, Section 8 housing, disability, welfare, things like that, right? Social safety net programs. It also likely means which of the new social safety net programs that they've been discussing this entire year are they going to fight for, to build upon, and to fund, and which ones are they going to set to the side, right? So things like daycare, free community college, free pre-kindergarten, Medicare, Medicaid, dental, vision, hearing, and the list goes on and on with all the different stimulus and social safety net programs. They're saying they're going to cut some of those and strengthen others. So it'll be interesting to see what they do over the next couple of days. Now, Pelosi also had this to say: overwhelmingly, the guidance I am receiving from members is to do fewer things well, so that we can still have a transformative impact on families in the workplace and responsibly address the climate crisis.
Hold on, really quick. I just want to show you something really quick, y'all. He said helping families in the workplace. Really quick, I'm finna show you how the government uses capitalism and corrupt taxes and class systems to confuse us. I'm finna tell you right now. Families are not in the workplace. Your fucking family life is at home. Whether you receive government assistance, SSI, retirement money, educational funding, none of that is the workplace. None of that is the workplace. Workers have to be able not only to work a job, be skilled enough to work and keep a job. Make it to the job. Then also be the head of household. In some cases, they might also go to college or run another business, a home business. In some cases, they might be working more than one job, being skilled enough to work more than one job, making it to work to more than one job, or all of the above. These heads of households have 1,000 times more responsibility. I'll let him continue. Families are not in the workplace. Head of households are in the workplace. People who pay rent.
Concerned about the climate and energy.
Or mortgage.
But I have to admit to my community, I am seeing more and more focus from Democrats on climate change, big spending on climate change and clean energy than I am seeing talks about strengthening families.
See how you just went to commercial or the screen froze? Really quick. Again, heads of households are in the workplace, are unemployed.
So although they say they
have to pay rent or mortgage
programs,
or pay state and federal taxes on their
more and more I'm seeing them kind of just talk about green energy and clean energy and things like that.
Climate change
now,
and
hope
energy.
is families, daycare help, college help, Medicaid help for seniors isn't something that's going to become a major backseat to climate issues. Okay? So if they switch it on us, right, this will come across as a Green New Deal pushed through, disguised as help for the American people. Now, I hope that I'm wrong, but more and more, it seems every senator and House representative seems to talk more about the next stimulus package addressing climate change than it does helping American families. So this is just something I'm honest, right? You guys come to me and watch, because as I do research, I tell you the truth about what's
we at
actually
the end
going
we're gonna
on
go
in
ahead
Washington,
and fire up
D.C.
a square. If y'all have not joined the session, now's the time to do so. 37 minutes into the podcast, 6:25 a.m. Just 2 hours, 5 minutes past 4:20 here on the West Coast, Northern California,
If you're an
Stockton,
accredited
California,
investor,
to be exact.
I have something I think
My
you're going to
name
want to
is
listen
Cherry
to.
Franklin,
I consider it
aka the
big news, but in a
Mistah.
sense,
This is the
it's
Cherry
old
Franklin
because
Show.
94, Jeff Bezos,
We're in the middle of the stimulus check update from another podcaster on YouTube. We listened to several of them, and even random ones.
And from my research, it shows that progressive Democrats are pushing the most for climate-focused money in the
Follow
next
us
bill,
on YouTube
while it
to
seems
get
moderates
access to
are the
all
ones
these
pushing
videos
for programs that benefit families. Again, this is just an observation after researching all day long for you guys.
I also researched CNN
now back
and
to the
shit
debt
like that
situation,
too
right?
sometimes.
The debt ceiling situation is something that has always been an issue year after year after year. So House Budget Committee Chairman John Yarmouth and Brendan Boyle have put forward a new proposal. They want to see the debt ceiling either be raised or shrunk, be a judgment call by the acting Secretary of Treasury and not Congress. That way it can't be held up by political parties that are fighting. Pelosi believes the idea has merit, while many Republicans say this is a decision Congress should retain, so that major decisions are represented by representatives from all over the country and not just the political party that controls the Treasury. So that could be a new fight going forward, or this could just be a proposal that passes like a fart in the wind, right? All right, now the stock market seems to be having mixed feelings today. Half of my stocks are red, meaning that they are down, and half are green, meaning that they are up. It seems that energy and most tech stocks are doing very well today. However, Facebook is down 15% since it came out that they are toxic and still push toxic material so that they don't see a drop in ad revenue. Plains All American Pipeline is a stock I shared with you guys in the past. That is making a very strong comeback over the last month or so, and continues to maintain a 7% dividend for the year, which is awesome. Uranium Energy Corp and Uranium Royalty were both up about 8% just today, so they were doing really well, while AT&T was down over 5%. So something's going on with AT&T. I'm not really sure. There was some big money movements out of AT&T, but they continue to also have right around a 7% dividend. So if you're in the market, things are up and down, and that's why it's good to spread your money over lots of different areas, right? Diversification. All right, now in the last few days, 136 countries agreed to President Biden and Janet Yellen's global tax minimum program. These countries, including the United States, will hold corporate taxes at a minimum of 15% worldwide in an attempt to stop multinational companies from moving headquarters to other nations in an attempt to avoid taxes. Now, it's interesting that Biden wants the rest of the world to have a 15% minimum tax, while at the same time trying to make the United States have a 28% tax. Why the difference, Biden? Now, Biden says he needs the United States businesses to pay 28%, otherwise he can't cover the stimulus package. So maybe it's something he just wants temporarily, but from everything I'm reading, it's something that he wants to make permanent.
That's over 25%.
But we all know that businesses are most likely just going to pass this on to the American people. So if funding the next stimulus package does have to
You
do
have
with
$10,
raising
you
corporate
have
taxes by 7%.
7%.
It will likely just become a hidden tax that falls on the shoulders of the American people, which directly goes against raising taxes on people that make under $400,000 a year. However, the Biden administration will be able to say, we didn't tax the people, we taxed the businesses.
Imagine
The fact that they raised prices on you has nothing to do with us, right?
really quick. Imagine a business, right? You're a business owner. Your store makes some odd thousand a day. Your inventory, though, costs half of that. And your inventory consists of supplies that are wasted or used daily, hourly. The PG&E, rent. Okay, not just inventory, payroll. Say half of that goes to that, and half of that is profit. So they're saying almost 30%, meaning about 60 to 80%, even if you have a low-cost business. 30% payroll, minimal rentage, supplies, and utilities. That means 60 to 80% of what that business makes every day will be lost already before the business gets the money back in corporate to pay corporate workers, accountants, vacations, paid time off, family leave, insurance plans, contracting, networking, cross-networking deals. Really quick, I want you to know why corporations. Not only you lost, okay, it will be really, you lost that 50, then you got 30% of what you would have made.
I think that's the setup that you and I are about to live through if that section of the
So it's
stimulus
really like
bill goes
65.
Now, according to Janet Yellen of the Treasury, a minimum global tax was necessary to avoid nations racing to the bottom on who could lower their taxes the most. Heaven forbid you lower taxes on people, right? Well, Elon Musk...
Oh, don't forget stocks. Trading stocks, making stocks available to the public, those types of contracts. Companies will want to get sponsored and funded with these taxes. What if they're actually paying back the people?
Tesla and Jeff Bezos of Amazon are at it again. A couple of days ago, Elon Musk's net worth hit a new high of $223 billion, beating out Jeff Bezos again. Tesla sales and stock are up, as well as a fresh evaluation on Musk's company, SpaceX, and this made his net worth blast into space, right? Can you imagine $223 billion with one person? That's a lot of money. All right, now recently it came out that the company BlackRock manages $10 trillion worth of investment capital. They are the largest money manager in the world. So let's all hope and pray that BlackRock never has financial issues like we're seeing with the companies over in China that are on the verge of defaulting and affecting the global economy. All right, now yesterday I told you how Southwest Airlines had canceled thousands of flights due to weather, but in reality it likely had something to do with employees fighting the forced vaccine mandates. Well, I've continued to dig, and it appears that no other airlines were having weather-related shutdowns. Isn't that interesting?
But what I think is
really going on is the CEO of Southwest doesn't want to see the company's stock drop.
So he's trying to use
weather as a cover for thousands of
He
flights
doesn't want the
that didn't
company to
happen on
seem
the
more
schedule.
vulnerable to COVID.
As of today, another 600 flights were canceled.
At least
today, they said it's a staffing issue. All right, now this is my update for today. As I do more, I will definitely come on and share more. According to Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, once this debt ceiling bill is passed and is signed by President Biden, their focus will go back to the stimulus package. What will be in the package? What you and I get as American families, and what the climate gets and other programs get. So it looks like this thing is finally coming to a head, where we're going to get some answers.
Now, before you go,
make sure to get your name entered in for the $10,000 giveaway that Casey and I are giving away. One of you is going to get $5,000, and 10 of you are going to win $500. We're excited to give that money away and help 11 people out in the community. So make sure to get your name entered. Now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. In fact, Yoda best. My wife did this Yoda Lego over the last week or so, and it turned out awesome. Hey, I want to let you know that I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.
All right, so he's way too happy. But the bottom line is this: they're trying to draw a line on all the types of budgeting and funding that will be included in this $3.5 trillion or $3.4 trillion package, of which they're planning on raising the debt ceiling for the United States of America, increasing the country's debt, how much money we'll need to be able. Look, Kill Switch, real quick. This is off topic a little bit, but Kill Switch is considers himself to be woke. He considers himself to be educated. And he says things like money isn't real. It's a piece of paper that we put in our mind, a belief that it is worth value, some larger than others. When in reality, is the same size. This very cheap ink is these are not things that nourish your body or sustain life physically, like directly. These are unit measurement of value that we use to purchase goods that are actually valuable. Even some goods that are not valuable, we still use money to purchase, right? So anyway, going back to what I was saying, they increased this debt ceiling and caused us to make more value to put into this debt ceiling and pay more money, pay more value, and sacrifice more value, increasing business taxes from, what was it, 21 to 23%, increasing it to 28%, which is close to 30% in the mind of a business owner, correct? So this is a major issue with Republicans, that they're not willing to pass any stimulus check package because they don't agree with all the different programs of funding. Rumored to be a Social Security income, SSI, recipients will be eligible for a stimulus check and receive a stimulus check if they have not already. Extended child tax care credits. So every month on the 15th, if you have dependents, children under the age of 18, you should be getting child tax credit money. The lump sums are somewhere around $1,300 per child to be stretched out in a series of payments. Extending SNAP and EBT benefits. Right now on the EDD website, I believe they have CalFresh, and they're offering, they're advertising that they're offering $234 in food stamp and food assistance. Biden's even talking about broadband, discounted broadband internet. Um, in reflection of the past year, that obviously has something to do with remote working and social distance learning, things like that, working from home and watching videos and group chatting classes at home, things like that. Obviously, that's going to take a lot of internet, correct? Some lower working class families have multiple children and don't have multiple devices. You know, just things like that. Rental assistance, the eviction protection plan expired, housing assistance, and rental assistance, y'all, and unemployment. Are they willing to give any type of pandemic unemployment assistance? Are they going to extend unemployment insurance benefits? I myself, I had to get like 2, 3 jobs. So I'm no longer unemployed. I'm fully employed times 2, times 3, times 4, several times over. What are they going to do for us vaccine wise? How are they going to make it safe for me to work this hard to save my life? How is it safe and healthy for me to keep going to work? How can I protect myself and my body to the best of my abilities? And how safe is it for me to take a vaccine? They have so many topics and agendas and goals. They say basically the goal is to get everyone employed and vaccinated at the same time. At the same damn time. That's what they want us all to do. Like robots. As if you can just update or download the equipment or software and plug us back in. Also, with the lack of funding and resources in the past year, as if nobody has encountered any type of financial hardship, missed rent, any new debts, loss of assets. If you just think of the stimulus checks, one-time stimulus checks, right? $1,200, $600, and $1,400. Now consider the amount of time. The amount of time in which these were distributed. If somebody gave you $5,000 right now, which is well over those stimulus checks, how many months of rent could that pay if it was not safe for you to go outside and breathe? How is that helping the American people? By promising us assistance that you draw out for such a long period of time, in which unemployment, some of us had unemployment, right? Unemployment is not even, you can't list that as a viable source of income. That's not a legal source of income. You can't use that to rent a property unless it's Section A low income housing. What if it's too much for any type of Section 8 or low-income housing. But it's still not viable. What if you need to purchase a car? What if you need to purchase appliances? How long would that 3 stimulus check amount last you? Things you need to consider while our government is drawing a conclusion on the stimulus check package. They definitely need to include a one-time stimulus check payment for taxpayers who had to file taxes since 2018, 2019, 2020, 21. Like, people are trying to build their income and their wealth up and progress through careers in life to develop wealth. How could you take away so many people's opportunities and give such little support? Minimal support and resources. I just told somebody last night, I can't pull a house and a car out of my ass, yo. I didn't say it in those words, but basically, I don't have extra resources in my pocket that don't cost me things that I won't have to change or totally tear down. If I was to make a devastating change or get one, I would not get the other. I would have to let go of something to try and change something. Right? I cannot pull these types of things and resources, something major that someone might need, out of my ass, honey. I can't pull it out of thin air. Yeah, please visit change.org. We say all of that to say this every day. Please visit change.org to make a difference in your city and state. Sign petitions also. Yeah, the $2,000 stimulus check is almost at 3 million signatures, if not at 3 million signatures. Somebody needs to check. Justice for the Say Their Names hashtags. Justice for George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Vanessa Gillen, Elijah McClain, Ma'Khia Bryant, and Adam Toledo. Vote.org also to vote in your city and state, your county, whatever elections may or may not be coming up, on public housing, public transportation, after school programs. Okay, social distance learning, free lunches, free healthcare clinics, business licenses, types of business licenses, and how many business licenses are allowed in your city or county. Politicians running for office, your city, your state, your county. Propositions being written into bills and laws, Prop 22, Prop 10, Prop 17, all of that. Yeah, that is available at vote.org. Look it up by city and state, please. And if you are able to vote, please do so. If not, if you do have a state ID or driver's license, please go sign. I believe all you need really is an email and first and last name and an email to sign the petition on change.org. This is a crazy, wild time that we living in. This is the first time I ever seen schools and shit get shut down for the flu. The whole world got shut down, though. It's important that we all know that in order to overcome this or survive this or progress through this, we have to know what we're doing. We have to care about what we're doing. Also, really quickly, make sure you follow and subscribe. All of that. Everything that I just said is in the description. You can find it on Facebook and YouTube as well. Again, that's at Cherry Franklin Show or at the Cherry Franklin Show. I can't even talk right now. It's time to fade to the background and get on these instrumentals. We're going to say goodbye to Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, we're going to close it out. Facebook, YouTube, y'all, you're beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. Your energy is positive. You're important to me, your community, your family, and your friends. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here, making me a top streamer. Thank y'all for my money, all of that, all of that, all of that. I love y'all so much. It's really hard for me to keep pushing through all of this, but I don't really have no choice but to do what I can, where I can, when I can, or else I'm going to have nothing. So I don't have nobody. You understand what I'm saying? I got partners all over the world that it's just not possible for me to uproot my life and just go leech and freeload off of motherfuckers. Like, I have debts and I need shit in life. So it's really hard to keep pushing when we got so much negativity. And if y'all watch my show personally, y'all know there's a lot that I go through on here. So I really appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and we're going to repost and promote y'all to the death of me. I love y'all. Once